Previously on Don't Starve, Wilson found himself in a new land. One where it was apparently already winter, and he had to endure what was there while he found more things to move on to the next land, in the hopes that he gets closer to escape. Abyssal tentacles appeared along this spiraling path. I had to concentrate in order to not lose my mind, while not going too far. Or rather too close to the tentacles as they try and hit me. Well, thankfully, they provided a decent distraction against the territorial creatures that was in the process of hunting me. I would search this part of this island. Once it was daylight. But before that, there was the matter of aggressive spiders. I had no time to make a spear. I needed to defend Chester. And I made a mistake there and needed to make some new rope in order to make a spear. Now that was irritating. But it was my fault for not being more careful. Yes. Pigmen live here, and thankfully, they were only hostile if they were threatened. And right now, a spear would be quite helpful. Although something to help me with my straining mind, that would also help. You've chosen the wrong creature to attack. At least, at this point, we were out of immediate danger. The metal potato was found, along with some much needed supplies. Yes. 2 items down, 2 more to go. And then I would need to find the... Well, I would need to find the way out of here. And hope that where I was going would be less harsh. Ah, yes. If the crockpots could neutralize the harmful effects of monster meat, I was thinking, could the crockpot also neutralize the harmful effects of mushrooms? Well, there was a way of finding out. Although thankfully the flowers that I was picking, they helped me keep my mind together. Yes, my mind was being kept together by flowers. The appealing scent of them. I needed to cook more in order to ensure my survival. Yes. There was an abundance of monster meat, but not so much with other materials. It would also help if I had more food to sustain me in my search for more items, and also the way out of here. We shall see if this does neutralize the mushroom toxins. As well as the monster meat, and it did. That was something of a relief. Yes, I knew what that was, and I knew it wasn't good. Thankfully I had a torch ready, so that I could go as far away from what that was as possible. It was back. The deer clops. I knew better than to stick around for that. Yes. This appears to be a corridor of traps. Thankfully, it wasn't one that was impassable. As for more medical supplies, that would need me to gather rocks. Not to mention ashes. Although, around day 11, I knew that I would need to gather more wood. All to sustain the fires that would stave off the dark. And within the dark was something worse, something that I had no chance of defeating. On day 11, winter was finally over. It was finally safe for me to walk around without any fear of freezing to death. Although I would, keep hold of the thermal stone. Largely because I was unsure whether or not I would need it for the journey ahead. Well, can't be too careful. Especially as you don't know. Well, I certainly wouldn't know at that time. What to expect. Yes, I decided that it was better to run through the gauntlet of mechanicals. Best not to waste any resources. Although, Berries? That is something worth collecting, as they could be used to make meals, along with carrots, and it looks like the spiders are not happy about those that would encroach on their territory, although they seem powerless to stop that. Well, it wasn't my problem. What was my problem, however, was my wood supply. It needed to be replenished, as even though coals was no longer a problem, the dark still was. On day 12, I faced the gauntlet of spider nests. And like with the mechanicals before, I found it easy to just run through. And beyond them was a swamp. Full of abyssal tentacles. There was an item here. I needed to locate it before I can leave this area. But at least I knew of somewhere to set up camp. Once I did find it, and I decided against picking up those sticks. I had plenty of those, and I had no reason to risk my sanity for them. I also thought it might be worth to collect those seeds. Ah, yes. I decided not to stick around the evil flowers. As they were hazardous to my mental health. I decided to find somewhere that was safe to set up camp and then leave this part of the island when it was daylight. Then I had an encounter with a frogman and they were definitely not friendly. Once I arrived at the place that I could set up camp, I gathered some wood and made plans for what to do next. And not just the idea of making another crockpot. And I sensed that I was about to be under attack. Well, thankfully I had ample preparation time. I knew that it would only be a matter of time before whatever was making that noise would come here. Yes. That would definitely attract attention. And that attention was attracted. And those beasts. Chose the wrong targets for hunting. As for what was needed for the crockpots, I needed more stone. Yes, time to do some cooking. Make use of what I have. On day 13, there was still some cooking to do. Not that it mattered that much. Because if it meant that I wouldn't starve to death, it was worth delaying the journey back. Ah, yes. Mostly berries with a little carrot. That results in something completely different. Right. Was there anything worth exploring here? Or should I just continue with the return to the central part of this island? Ah, a fortification. That would have been good to know earlier, but, well, a bit late now. Especially as I would have needed something more specialized to, well, break through them. As this was clearly quite durable. Yes. I thought it was too easy. And it was now time to return. Ah, a blow dart. That might be worth picking up. If I can survive, of course. Well, there was nothing to keep me here any longer. All that remained was to keep going east until I was free of the spideriness caved. And yes, it was painful just thinking about getting hit. I knew that something was different about the beefalo. They didn't seem so accepting of me. I suspected that it was because it was the mating season. And that they would respond aggressively towards any that would get in the way. I was steadily narrowing down. Where the items were. There was only one that remained. And I would find it. If I was remembering this correctly, there was one item in each area. Either that or an exit. And in the northern part of this island, it would appear that to get this one would require going through another spiral gauntlet of tentacles. Yes, there's no way of getting around that, unfortunately. Nor would there be a way of getting around the spider nest in the way. Yes. Another of the things has been acquired, and as a bonus, I had a spare spear. I was done in this part. I had all 4 items. Now all I needed was to find the exit to use them. Or rather, with. Yes, my time on this version of the island is likely to be surprisingly quick. Well, largely because I couldn't stick around. And not just because the tentacles were painful when they hit you. I was thankful that I had some medical supplies on me. I would certainly need them once I continued my journey south and... the beefno. They were not hostile once I got away from the herd. Thankfully. With some medical attention, I was able to recover from most of the damage I sustained. Although I was running out of food, and some of the food that I did have was starting to turn. How will Wilson gather new food reserve? How much longer will it take for him to reach the exit? Find out next time on Don't Starve.